Hi guys, I'm Joe Snell, and this is The Takeaway. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is putting Iran on the back burner for now, as he focuses on his political survival, writes Al Monitor's Ben Caspit. But that doesn't mean he has forgotten about Tehran entirely. Al Monitor has learned that Bibi soon plans to send Mossad chief Yossi Cohen to Washington to persuade the Biden administration not to revive the Iran nuclear deal. Meanwhile, the United Arab Emirates is trying to play referee in the Nile Dam dispute between Ethiopia, Sudan, and Egypt. Abu Dhabi certainly has leverage in East Africa, including major investments and key relations, but so far only Sudan has welcomed them as mediator. Speaking of the Emirates, the UAE just appointed a career diplomat to serve as trade envoy to Somaliland. Samuel Ramani writes that this appointment could reflect a sea change in the UAE's power projection tactics on the Red Sea and the Horn of Africa. As relations waver between the United States and Saudi Arabia, Russia seeks an opening. Moscow dispatched its foreign minister to Riyadh last month to meet with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. And don't rule out new weapons contracts either between Russia and the kingdom, writes Kirill Semenov. In Turkey, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is focused on boosting relations with China. But Beijing's repression of its largely Muslim Uyghur population is drawing outrage across Turkey. Ankara police even tried to silence pro-Uyghur protesters last week as Erdogan met with China's top diplomat. Walking this tightrope will become even more difficult as China's rivalry with the West heats up, writes Metin Gorkan. One cool thing we're following is Riyadh's first annual Light Festival. This month, the city will showcase 60 artists from around the world whose installations and public artwork will illuminate the urban landscape. Rebecca Ann Proctor explains how this exhibition fits into the kingdom's Vision 2030 reform plan. In case you missed it, Chatham House's Renaud Mansour calls Iraq's youth-led anti-government protests that erupted in 2019 the most significant political movement in the country since 2003. Listen to the podcast with Al Monitor's Andrew Parasolidi. And finally, our hot take this week unpacks the Middle East tour of China's foreign minister Wang Yi, unveiling both Beijing's ambitions and limits in the region. Read all of this and more at our website. I'm Joe Snell, and that's your takeaway.